Yeah, you're gonna need to be real careful with these HeatBoys turtles. If you can't tell already, once you get one, you're freaking hooked, and that's that. You're getting all of them, okay? You can't stop at just one. If you think you can buy one and just stop, you're kidding yourself. Maybe if you're really dedicated, but you look at all four turtles, and they're freaking insane. The detail, the engineering, the quality, the sheer quality. We started off with Leo, right? And you thought Leo, you're like, wow, he's pretty crazy. He has all these, like, he has the two blasters, his long swords, his short swords, his big old shield. There's all kinds of configurations. I'm not even really getting into it, but you thought him was as crazy as it could get, right? But no, then they go straight to Mikey, and you're like, holy God, this is heavy arms. Like all the goddamn missiles. He has blasters. Psh, he has these big freaking, whatever, those torpedo things there. Whoop, he has the Gatling gun. He's just balls to the walls crazy. And you're like, okay, that's probably as crazy as it's going to get. But no, they go with freaking Raph. He has giant freaking robo claw hands that you can attach to his giant freaking rocket pack drill things. I don't even have the drill things out. That's how much crazy shit is on Raph. There's still two drill attachments. So you don't even know how crazy he gets with his like football gun visor thing. And then you're like, okay, how much crazier could it get? What else could they do? They do Donnie with a goddamn freaking railgun, a sniper rifle. He has like a Sheldon robot attachment. He has this alien robot, like global antenna thing, the cloak. He's a goddamn sniper, his metal bow staff. HeatBoys is dangerous. They're one of my favorite lines ever. And it's so crazy to go through them. I did like a whole video just unboxing Donnie, so you can watch it here, pull up that whole experience, because it's just hard to condense it down and not like do any kind of justice. And I haven't cracked the surface of Donnie. So what I want to do, let's start out. We're gonna take things off, right? Just so you can show you how it's all gonna work. Whoa, gosh! First drop of the review, baby. So he gets a metal bow staff, right? You could technically like take these end things off if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. They're on there really good, but you need to put this little clip on first, because this clip is how they really ow, just pinched myself on the fingers. That's how you get that bit there that keys into it. So that's really nice. So you get like a full metal bow staff, which is long enough for his body, just like you would want it to be, right? And then you get Sheldon, which all Rise of the TMNT fans are gonna recognize Sheldon, right? So you can do, he's like a little turtle man, a turret mode, right? He pops open, which is how you use the wired grappling hook thing. Look at this. How freaking nuts is that? So you have this wire, you can bend it however you like. That just pops into the socket here. And I suspect I could even coil the wire around and get it, you know? So you have that bit of craziness. You have, here's just for good measure, a little mini turret that can go on his freaking shoulder. You can fold it up. It's just some kind of, I don't know, a radar, a scope scanner. Boom, mini turret freaking in there. Careful, it's hard to get it. Once you fold it down, you have to like have nails. So there's that part of it, okay? And then you're like, what about? Hold on, it's freaking balance. They balance good. The whole thing works really good, but there's so much crap on there if you haven't weighted him perfectly. So you have these various robot arms that can again the ports. There's so many different ports you'll see across the figure. You can just plug stuff into there. So you have this sweet antenna radar thing. It's like a Doc Ock. So there's that, right? Then we're getting nutso still. You have, oh God, where to even go with this? Like, that's why reviewing these is just wild. So you have, come on, Donnie, and he does come with a stand. So what I could do, if I want to alleviate any of these concerns of him like tipping over as I go nutso with him, which I probably should, you have a stand that connects into the booty here. If we could just move up the little rocket pack, which you best believe we'll get to the rocket pack shell. Get that in there. Boom. Okay, so now he's secure. He's good. You have this. Again, you have like a cool arm, which you can use in cool different configurations. You have this railgun, which does light up. Now, I installed the batteries on this one. The two batteries you're going to need for the gun, you need the LR44, And then for his headlights, you're going to need the LR621. Those are the batteries you need. You have the Power Pizza. As I drop that, second drop of the review, it turns it on. You do like a little flash in. You do a faster flash in. And then I like the turning off, like, psh, psh. But check that out. Like the light. You have this like cool, like radar-y scope thing. It's just, it's insane. It's so freaking insane. You have Donnie's headlights, which you can see there. They do, like, you can do them on. Oop. Let me take off his goggles, because his goggles are removable. Right? Look at that. Look at that sweet freaking goggle action. I didn't even check if, like, these peel up. Probably not, but that would be cool. But, like, the detail on the goggles. But look. I think that's the breathing. Yeah, so there's the different modes. I should probably just turn the lights off altogether. So you have that. You have his sniper rifle, which I've perched. You can't see it now, but one of the other arms, this is a grabby arm. So you can use this grabby arm to hold his bow staff if you want it to. Hold it on his back. It keys in again. Boom, it clamps. Articulates every which way. The combination on these things is endless. But this sniper rifle... Ooh, so like the scope, you can take the scope off if you want. Like, why would you do that? So you can combine it with the railgun. And then, hold on, I gotta, this is, it has, it has a freaking, wait, did I do the stand right? There's the stand. You just slide it in there. I might not, hold on, I might, there, I swear to God, there's just so much to it. Was it like this? How did I think you gotta flip it if you're doing the sniper rifle. Like, I'm telling you, you go through the instructions, it spells all this stuff out, kind of. Like, it's pretty good. God, did I just do that? Immediately, what am I? Okay, yeah, I think like this. And then, third drop. Can't see shit. How do you drop something and it just takes the bounce of a lifetime? You want, I believe we want that there. God. 12th time's the charm. And I'm leaving this in because people sugarcoat it. They only send you the coolest shit. But yeah, so that goes in. And then you have this sniper rifle. Like, crazy as hell, right? But this thing is actually crazier than you realize. You see this clip? This clip, it's loaded with bolts. You have some clips here, which that's just for show. Like, you can take these clips off, of course, because they give you little holders. And this is a magazine. I'll say it's a magazine. So, you know, firearms people, back off, I know. But you have this. It's just like the stylized one. Put that back on his belt. But if you want, like, if you're like, I want a realistic magazine, let me show you what I've done. I've loaded individual bullets in this one. You put this in there. The bullet comes out. It has real bolt action. It's loaded. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the magazine you can load the bullets into. It's nuts. This is the craziest figure. They're always doing crazy details like this. Like, you knew he was a sniper, but I don't think they even talked about the magazine stuff action you can do. And then, of course, if you want to, like, mount it, like, he's, like, perching down for a really good shot. And it's just everything on the figure is so well detailed. Like, even the tiniest stuff, they're freaking going for it. So you have that. What about this? He has a pistol. Again, there's a little holder to attach the pistol. Just a cool pistol, maybe? Of course the freaking whatever that is works. Nutso. You have a goddamn cloak that he's wearing. Let me, oh God. I might have, I don't know. I might have to re-sew this. Maybe I've stressed mine maybe a little, ooh. Yeah, that's looking dicey. I think part of mine came off. I need to fix that. Um, that's not bad though. Anybody can freaking do that. Just resew it. But it has the clip, right? And so it's all wired, of course. So you have the camo side and you have just the purpley side. So if you want him just with like a nice a purpley cloak, and the wire is good enough that you don't even need the clasp, which I'll crank out my sewing, right? So then we're getting to just Donnie here, a Donzo. We're paring him down, so now we can take him off the stand. It's a tight connection for me. Be careful. You have two different lengths too, right? You have like a taller one and a smaller one. The stand, you store all your stuff in there. It does have the freaking lid. That's one of the coolest things. I love a figure that can not only hold the gear, but any spare stuff, just put it in the stand back there and it's ready to rock. Super solid. So you have Donnie here. This attachment, this is like the metal thing. Each of the shells, all these turtles, fully compatible. You can swap, you can go nuts, you can put Mikey's gear on Donnie, Leo's gear on Raph. The combinations must be in the thousands, tens of thousands. I don't know how math works. If you do like 4 times like, I don't know, 20 configurations by turtle. Someone run the math in the comments. Bam. Yeah, it's going to go freaking nuts. But you can pull that out if you don't like that look. Nope, here. So here's the piece. Like, they think of everything. Because if you don't want that attachment in there all the time, how does that go? Would it work like this? No. Maybe? Okay, like that. So you could get the completed turtle shell. And yeah, the shell though, you're like, is there more to that? Sure there is. So you have the freaking robot body there. So now we've truly pared him down. The shell, it's a shell, but it's also a rocket pack with the booster in there that articulates, because of fucking course it does. This part is the cockpit. The shell, of course, bends. Because, again, they're HeatBoys, so they're going full tilt. It has connectors on the sides. Here's the little cockpit, 004 for Donnie. And there it is. I think I've had a little trouble with, like, the little ooze pilot for Donnie. Because they come with the mini... Because these aren't the turtles themselves. It's a mech they're piloting, right? So here's the pilot seat. You put the turtle in there, and then it spins... and then it can close down again. But look at this part. This is like a vent thing. I don't know. I don't know how a turtle shell rocket pack works, but the vent opens. So there's so many freaking little details in this guy. And then we're finally down to bare bones Donnie, which the neck articulation, they kind of have like a snaky neck. So he's looking up really good. He's looking down really good. Side to side. I don't think you can take this off. I haven't tried. I'm probably not going to do it. The light up eyes, it's just a little compartment in the head that pops off. And that's where you're going to put in the LR621 batteries in there, facing that way. Pop it back in there, and it's just ready. Did I put it in backwards? Of course I did. To go. Yeah, these are complicated figures. But they're super rad. So he has like goggles on the back of his head almost. Is that what they're hinting at? And then, so it's like he has these shoulder pauldrons. Again, ports to put things in there. The joints. They're freaking full metal, like a core body, like die cast. And then like there's all the plastic armor parts around it. But these butterfly out. So you're getting just like a ridiculous amount of cross. It's just freaking nuts. They go back in, and then are we going to get a full Townsend? You bet your ass we're getting a full Townsend. And it's smooth as butter. It's metal. You don't have to heat up metal, and it's like getting stuck or anything. He has the bicep cut, double jointed elbows. Oh, again, that pops out if you want like another port there to put stuff in there. And then the wrist swivel, the hands. Individual articulated fingers. So he's doing like a splayed thing. He's doing a thumbs up. Of course, we gotta flip the bird, kind of. He needs more fingers to flip the bird. Or he's just pointing. But yeah, that articulates. you get to the chest, right? There's this flap folds up, and that lets you bend them forward. Look how much he actually bends forward. He's a mech robot, but way more like ab crunch than you would ever think. And there's even a little bit of side to side. You want to be careful. And then there's a twist in the middle. Not a ton, and be careful because it's going to connect with like the belt and whatnot. But then you get into the legs, and here's something crazy. Again, they do. If you want to go up, sometimes maybe this, you want the look like that, but it limiteds. So this, it limiteds, that moves. So he can kick high. He can go all the way to the freaking side. Again, that's a super freaking tough metal ball joint there. And so it's like, these are some of the most like god dang articulated turtles you could ever run into. Like, look at that. Like, you would not expect this from a big freaking like mech robot guy. I wouldn't. Who would expect that? Be real careful on that clippy thing. But like, look at this. That's freaking insano style. And then you get to the knees, which are also double jointed, and they have, again, the same kind of like stuff is sliding apart system. Fucking nuts. It's also so heavy. Like, holding this up is just, my arms are burning. And so on the feet, he has the side to side rocker, the forward rocker. There's not even just a toe hinge, but there's like a mid foot hinge, and then toe hinges. So this figure is goddamn crazy. They are expensive. I think Leo is like the cheapest. He's like $140 plus shipping. So usually you can get Leo like $180, $190 with taxes. Mikey's around like $200. Raph, I think, is a little more. He's like $200 or so. I go to Bombas B. Bombas B usually has the cheapest prices. Be real careful. Try Bombas B first. They're the best. They're an official HeatBoys retailer. And then see what else you can get yourself into, because these figures, wow, they're I love them so much. They're so stinking fun. And even if you just want to pare back and do just the bare bones, a freaking Donnie, I can't get enough of these figures. They're my favorite. They're totally worth the price of admission. The quality is just insane. I highly recommend them. Jesus Christ. HeatBoys, they're the kings. They're turtle mechs you didn't know you needed, but you absolutely do need. Go get one right now. Or watch my videos. I have the whole series up. I've done all the turtles, so you can check them out. We have Splinter on the way, April on the way. Look at these two. Those are good. Those are still like rough concepts. We've seen some peaks at cons. We have Shredder on the way. That's a badass Shredder. I know some people say he's like too pointy, too extreme. I think he's great. And then you have Krang. Big Daddy Krang all the way. They've shown that off. I think probably Shredder would be next, is my guess. Although Shredder and Krang both seem further along than April and Splinter. But you never know. They could time it all sorts of ways. One thing I didn't gloss over, I've done another video where you can do, they did like a kind of a build-a-figure thing. Because if I show you, let's have Donnie standing over there. And the cool thing is, like, the weight and heft, like, you can stand these guys because you just position the weight. But so in the instructions, because you need freaking instructions, like, look at all this. Here's all the stuff it's coming with. Again, I go through and break down all of this, all these little clips, all these little things. They show you just what to do, what can pop off, where you can connect it, like the bow staff, all this crazy action, the clip things, the magazine, the rifle. So they're showing you all this stuff. And then they've included with each of the turtles, there was the Build-A-Figure van pieces that came with the mini pilots and standees. So you can put those together. I haven't done the stickers on mine. I don't know. It seems too small to do stickers. We'll see about that. But you put it together, and you can check those videos out. You have vans. And one of them I put the Ooze Turtle in. But pretty dang neat. I think even without the stickers, it looks really cool. The fit is a little finicky. But For the small, is that the smallest Build-A-Figure that's ever been made? I don't know. Get in on HeatBoys. Get in on HeatBoys. They're fantastic. These kind of overseas companies are doing some of the best turtles, and I'm here for it. So however many they want to do, and again, I know some folks, you'll be like, what batteries do we need? What batteries do we need? For the head, LR621, and that applies to all the turtles. And then for this one, you need a LR44. Like that powers Mikey's Gatling gun as well, I think. So thanks for joining me, as always. Freaking HeatBoys. I love HeatBoys so much. They're the best. Thanks, folks. Take care. Follow, like, subscribe. Enjoy your freaking week.